Liftoff will start in T-minus 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have ignition.
It's time! 17 seconds from Game 7 or from championship number 6. Jordan open. Chicago with the lead. Harper got a piece of it. It comes off. The Chicago Bulls have won their 6th NBA championship.
Tying run at second, 2 out. Palmero over the head of Jenks. Uribe charges, throws, out! And the White Sox have won the World Series.
To the far side around the 8-yard line to Hester. Under it and to the middle with the 15 to the 20. Breaks free to the 25 to the 30 to the outside. 40 midfield. 40 30 in the coast. 20 15 Hester 5. Oh! Touchdown!
Toward Bryant. He will glove it toward Rizzo. It's in time. And the Chicago Cubs win the World Series.
What up, what up, what up? Welcome to Shawn and Maya in the morning on this House Music Monday edition. I'm your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra. Thanks for tuning in. If you're watching us on Facebook Live, well, then I guess you found us on Facebook. And if you're not following us on Facebook, what? Come on, go to Facebook, type in Sports Zone Chicago, click the like button, and now you're following Sports Zone Chicago. Simple. But wait, there's more. Go to the show's page, go to Shawn and Maya in the morning, like that page as well. So not only will you be following Sports Zone Chicago, but you'll be following Shawn and Maya in the morning as well. If you're watching us on a YouTube channel, excellent. And if you're not subscribed to our YouTube channel for real, come on, go to YouTube, type in Sports Zone Chicago, click the subscribe button. But also click the notification button. That's the little bell next to it, and that'll let you know anytime a show from Sports Zone Chicago is going live. Get it? Got it? Good. Now, if you're watching this on our Roku channel, if you're watching us on our mobile app, first of all, please don't tell me you don't have mobile. We had a mobile app. Come on, baby, let's go. Keep up with the Joneses in them. Here's what you do. Go to wherever you get your apps from, okay? It doesn't matter if it's iTunes, Google Play, Amazon, Walmart, Kmart, 7-Eleven, Zayre, Zamsky, Macy, Montgomery Ward, Woolworths, Weebles, Goldblatts, it doesn't matter. You go there, you type in Sports Zone Chicago, you download it, take us with you on the go. So not only do you get Shawn and Maya in the morning 3 days a week, not only do you get our other live shows throughout the week, and not only are they archived there like they are on Facebook and YouTube, but I'll tell you what, we give you a slew. And I mean a slew of articles thanks to my man Clarence Council III. Big up to Clarence for keeping your abreast of all articles Chicago sports related. Now, if you're watching us on our Roku channel, I like that kind of party, baby. And if you don't know, you better ask somebody at Sports Zone Chicago. We have our own Roku channel. So if you have a Roku television in the house, do us a favor. Download Sports Zone Chicago's channel to your television. Put us there next to the big boys. Netflix, Hulu, Prime, HBO Max, Apple Plus, Disney Plus, Stars, Paramount Plus. Put us there. You can watch us on the big screen. Hell, we're on the big screen, right, Mickey? Vicky, now. You can also tweet the show. Tweet us at Sports Zone Shy. That's CHI at Sports Zone Shy. But if you want to follow me, just me personally online. Want to know what I did? Let me tell you what I did. I mean, nice and easy for you folks. Nice and easy. One handle for Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, and TikTok. All one handle at the Shawn Sierra. Listen, we got a great show, but I need you to get interactive. So whatever platform you're watching us on, whether it's Facebook, YouTube, or our mobile app, leave a question or comment on that platform. It'll come up here in the thread. We'll put it up on a screen. We'll incorporate it into the show. And that, my peoples, is what makes this the best morning Chicago sports talk show around. That's you. So keep them coming, baby. Questions, comments, smart-ass remarks, because ain't nobody scared over here. And like The Rock said, baby, don't sing it, just bring it. Let's check out the chat. The chat is jumping like crazy this morning. That's what I'm talking about, baby. That's what I'm talking about. My man Armando Emeterio Lara Jr. checking in early, baby. Good morning, all. He says, Junior, thank you, Papa. I appreciate it. He also goes on to say, I'm boycotting the Super Bowl this year. Black Diamonds in the house. He's checking in. Yo, top of the morning. So we hit another home run with the Dennis Allen hire and Mondo. Who's Mondo? You know, I got who the hell named Mondo? But anyway, I'm just busting your chops. Cornelius Squalls checking in. He said, what up, what up, what up, sports owners? What a difference does having a great offensive mind, scheming, and calling plays for you make? Just ask the Bills. Mm-hmm. Yes. Foster Covers checking in. Hope everyone is well. Good morning, Papa. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you. Michelle Walls checking in. He says, good morning on a House Music Monday, peeps. You know what, baby? I'm rocking a House Music Monday shirt. Yeah, baby, baby. Bills got screwed as Ravens did last year. It wasn't as bad. I don't want to say they definitely had their chances. Their tush push. I don't know why you're running with that stupid tush push when Kansas City has some big boys up in there. That was crazy. Lavette Lee, she's checking in. Good morning, Ma. She says, happy House Music Monday, y'all. Yeah, baby, baby. She's checking in. That's what I'm talking about. I love it. Brandon Schutz checking in. Good morning, Papa. He says, good morning to everybody. And listen. What's this, Lavette Lee? What's this? Just hi, Shawn. She's looking. You're like, oh, no. I don't know what that's about. That's funny. Aunt Moss checking in. What's up, Papa? How are you? Thank you for tuning in. He says, bear down, Shawn. Bear down. I hear you. Bear the freak down. My man, Mr. Shorty, is in the house. Top of the morning to you, sir. Thank you for tuning in. Oh, snap. Jay Grizz is checking in. His mother, Hubbard. Hell yeah. Jay Grizz checking in from the East Coast. Good to see you, Papa. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. Shorty says, top of the morning, Shawn. Appreciate it. And listen, I don't know a lot about a lot, but I do know there's more of the usual suspects will chime in as the show goes on. That, my peoples, I can promise you. That I know. But listen, we got a great show. We have a lot to talk. Man, Championship Sunday yesterday was crazy. It was awesome. Bulls played on Saturday, played the Sixers. Blackhawks played last night. Bears they're adding to their coaching staff, which I like a lot. I like it a whole bunch. We're going to talk about some of those new hires. So I'm really looking forward to that. Did I do that already? Let me see something. Sometimes I forgot. Like my former students would say, Mr. Sierra, I forgot. Mr. Sierra, I forgot. I love my former students, all of them, even the pain in the butt ones. Made me a better teacher. I thought I could have sworn. No, it wasn't that one. Okay. No, I was looking for something, but don't have it. So that's all right. But anyway. Let's see. Rumors saying our new OC is from the Ditka sperm bank. I don't know about that. It's not directly from the bank, but from the tree. Okay. King Booker World checking in. He says, salute everybody. That's what we're talking about. So we have, we got a lot to get into. You know, I am the more and more as this coaching staff and develops. The more and more as this coaching staff develops and rounds into form and fills out, I'm feeling very, very, very comfortable. All right. I'm feeling very, very comfortable with the additions, with the new hires. And we're going to talk about that a lot today. A whole bunch. So, listen, I love all the greetings and salutations in the chat. Again, let's keep it civil. We can agree to disagree. It's okay. It's just no name calling. It's not get out of control. We're not juvenile. We're not adolescents, but that's where we have to go. King Booker World says, funny thing about the game last night, I've seen plenty of should-be catches called non-catches. None more egregious than last night. Damn ball hit the ground. Yeah. It's weird when you get Patrick Mahomes involved in a game. Rules are a little different. There's a couple people in this world who we know the rules are a little different. All right. TB12, Tom Brady's one of them. Okay, now Patrick Mahomes is the new it kid that they want to promote. He's young. He's got 3 Super Bowls, 2 MVPs. Looking for a 4th Super Bowl by the age of 30. And that would be crazy. That would be crazy. He's only lost twice in the playoffs. Can you believe that? He's only lost twice in the playoffs. Once to Tom Brady and the Patriots. Once to Joey Burrow. Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals. Only 2 times he's lost in the playoffs. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Oh, I did see that. Did you see Matthew McConaughey as Ditka? Yeah, so I did. I saw that. I didn't hear it. All right, we were at Output, and we were at Output, and they had every time the commercials would come on, the music would go up. They turn down the volume and put the music up. Yeah, I didn't know that. I'm trying to see. You know what? Let's see if he's got a Wikipedia page. Because at Wikipedia they'll have. Declan Doyle, USA. I'll just ask. You're right. Yep. Doyle is the nephew of former Bears head coach Mike Ditka. Ditka. Yeah, Jay Grizz. As I said, it's tough for me to go in on the Chiefs, and remember how go in on the Patriots. But I was a Patriots fan. I did like that. But it's tough for me to go in on them because when I was here in Chicago, I'm from Chicago. I benefited from those calls from Jordan. Or Jordan, man. Yes, Mr. Shorty. Thanks for checking in, Papa. Good to see you. The first times I've seen you. Thank you for checking us out. I appreciate it. Yeah, so I was just reading that he is the nephew of Mike Ditka. So a lot of good stuff, a lot of things to talk today, and I'm getting in, and I can't wait to get into it. So guys, let's get it cracking, guys. You know how we do. The first segment of every show is called Top of the Morning.
It won't come just when you want it.
Top of the morning to you. Top of the morning to you. Top of the morning to you.
Let's see the first top of the morning topic. Let's see which way do we go? Which way do we go? Which way do we go? The Blackhawks. Blackhawks fall to the Wild yesterday. 42, excuse me, Peter Mrazek stopped 24 of 27 shots. Seth Jones lit the lamp for the 5th time this year. Frank Nazar, the youngster, lit the lamp for the third time. Assisting Connor Bedard with his 30th helper of the season. Tyler Bertuzzi, his 11th. And Del Mastro, his first assist of the season. The Blackhawks are in Tampa Bay to face the Lightning tomorrow. Puck drop is at 6 p.m. Central. You can catch that game on Chicago Sports Network or listen to it on their flagship station, 7:20 a.m. Keeping it moving. Saturday, the Bulls. Only the Bulls. Only the Bulls. The Bulls fall. This Philadelphia 76ers 108-97. Oh, that was 108. Anyway, Zach LaVine led the way for Chicago. I'm telling you, Zach LaVine's looking good. It shouldn't be that difficult to move him now. It really shouldn't be that difficult to move him at all. So I don't know what the hell they're waiting on, but they need to move quick. All right, it's not even it's 109. I'm sorry. I have 108. It was my mistake. 109 and 97. That's what happens. Good help. There we go. Sorry, I had to redo the banner at the bottom. 109-97. Good job, Steve-O. You had the right score. I didn't. My mistake. As I said, Zach LaVine led the way with 25 points, 8 rebounds. Nikola Vucevic, 22 and 12. Josh Giddey getting closer and closer. Man, this dude is always in and around a triple-double. 10 points, 10 rebounds, 7 dimes in the losing effort. Or tonight, keeping up the next top of the morning topic, the Bulls host the Denver Nuggets at the United Center. Tip-off is at 7 o'clock Central. You can catch that on Sportsnet or listen to it on their flagship station, 670 a.m. Man, there's a whole bunch of things going on in the chat. What's going on? Oh, Cornelia said, I was surprised to see a commercial about the Bears. The new season hasn't even started yet. Yeah, me too. So does that mean we're the darlings of next season? Is that what that means? It's our turn now? Is that what that means? Is that what that means? Yeah, I don't know. Oh, snap. Okay, King Book of World said he's going to the Bulls game tonight. Yeah, there you go, Papa. I like it. Cornelius, I love every one of MJ's Phantom calls. Didn't we all? Didn't we all? And Mike was hitting at an 85% clip from the line, too. So for all intents and purposes, it was 2 points whenever he got fouled and they were over the limit. For all intents and purposes, we got some crazy calls. Crazy calls. I mean, dude moving his feet. As soon as you put a hand up, boop. And that's when hand checking was legal. Hand checking was legal. And then you put your hand on him, boop, you touch Mike. I can't. So we can't get mad if you're a Chicago Bulls fan. You can't get mad at the New England Patriots during their run. You can't get mad at Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs for their run. Because, God, you know how the sports world, so many people despise all the calls we got? I get it. There are plenty of phantom calls. Plenty of bullshit calls from Mike. Yeah, Jay Grizz says it's a good game to be at tonight, King Book of World. Yeah, I agree. Shorty said that's how I look at it. Yeah. Hey, you know what? Sometimes you give, sometimes you take. It ebbs and flows, and it was flowing with Mike. Now it's ebbing for us. Yes, this Jay Grizz, I agree. I don't like that tush push or the brotherly shove they call it from Philadelphia. Somebody said that it's not football, it's rugby. And I felt that. I was like, yeah. King Booker Will says Magic Johnson had a funny joke when they took the Team USA pick. He put his hand on MJ's shoulder and said, "Uh-oh, that's a foul." Oh man, those stories were crazy back in the day. The Magic Johnson story, the best basketball game in the world. Michael Jordan said he ever played. He goes, "That was the best basketball game I ever played in." It was they pretty much divided the East and the West, and they were going at it back and forth. And Magic was talking shit to Mike, and they scored like, you better turn to Air Jordan or you're gonna lose. He goes, why'd I do that? He goes, the tongue came out. He goes, and he just went ham. And he said after Mike won, they didn't lose the rest of the day. And then him and Bird were hanging out, and Michael walks in, and he goes, "There's a new sheriff in town." And Magic said, him and Larry looked at and Magic goes, "He ain't lying." Those stories from that was classic. Yeah, I don't like the tush push, Jay Grizz. I don't. I think it's. I don't know. I don't like it either. Oh yeah, he dunked on David Robinson that game. Yeah. That's right. Dude, that's crazy. Man. Oh, snap. DC checking in there. Carter. Welcome back. James Ford checking in. What's up, Papa? How are you? Good to see you and DC checking in. I appreciate it. Appreciate the love. All right, Cub fans. Don't ever say I don't do shit for you. Cubs are acquiring closer Ryan Presley from the Astros, all in exchange for a Class A pitcher, Juan Bello. Houston, we have a closer. Cubs, you have a closer. Tell you what, I think you're going in ready to start the season. Like, sometimes if you don't have a closer, you kind of wait to see where your season's going. All right, by the end, after the All-Star break, like, oh, okay, yeah, we're contending. So, by the deadline, we'll get a closer. You're going in stacked. All right, Ryan Presley's 36. Definitely adds experience to the back of the bullpen. Two-time All-Star. Has 112 saves in his career. He's the Astros closer from 2020 to 2023. Those 4 seasons, 20, 21, 22, 23. Those 4 seasons. He has a 2.78 ERA and 47 playoff appearances, and he got the final out of the 2022 World Series. Cheating Astros. And if you recall last year that the Astros signed Josh Hader. So he was moved into a setup man. Remember that, how he did that with the White Sox? Liam Hendricks was a closer, and then oh goodness, who was the guy from Boston that we had that was a closer, but then we moved him to the setup role, and he sucked in the setup role. I can't think of it. Like that when you got jokes, huh? You think you're funny? Think you're funny, dog? I didn't even go, man. I didn't even go. I was embarrassed. I didn't even go. I saw pictures from it, and it looked like exactly what I thought it would look like. Like a little Comic-Con thing in a small venue. And hell, Comic-Cons are even held in bigger venues than that. And everyone was Friday night. Like, what did you do Saturday? What was there to do Saturday? Like all the World Series champions, and one thing was cool though. We did find out Mark Burley's going to get a statue. July 11th, August 11th. He's going to get a statue outside of Sox Park, which is cool. And I think, you know what, it's well worth it. You get a guy who did what he did for this franchise. All right, complete game, perfect game, 200 innings every single freaking year. It didn't hit 90. Booker, you're a damn fool. I didn't go either because I would have been arrested for assault with open hand attack on Reinsdorf. And he was there. But he said he wasn't doing a media interview. Oh, gee, shocker. Reinsdorf wasn't doing a media session. He knows. Sox fans would have been all over his ass. They might have been cursing at him too. Sox fans don't care. Bridgeport people. Man. So. You know what? Here's what we're going to do. We're going to take a quick break. On the other side of the break, we'll finish up with top of the morning topics. We still got a few more. Still got to talk Bears. Got Championship Sunday, Super Bowl. We got a lot to talk. So here's what we're going to do. We'll take a quick break. On the other side of the break, we'll finish up the top of the morning topics, all right? So don't go anywhere, folks. Keep it locked right here. Shawn and Maya in the morning on Sports Zone Chicago.
Many will hear the calling. Few will earn the title. United States Marine. The few, the proud, the Marines.
Hey, it's your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra, and be sure to follow Sports Zone Chicago on all social media platforms, on Facebook, Instagram, and our Roku channel. You can find us at Sports Zone Chicago, and on Twitter, we are at Sports Zone Shy. Also, be sure to download our mobile app so you can take Sports Zone Chicago with you on the go.
How do you take care of your mind health?
For my mental health, I meditate in the mornings.
I have my dogs. They're the best.
I just find ways that help me just relax.
Finding things that make me happy, like being close to my family.
I meditate a lot and read books.
I have hobbies outside of the game. I'm able to switch off. I'm able to turn my brain off from the game of basketball.
Your mind health matters.
Your mind health matters.
We are looking for a few heroes, mentors, trailblazers, innovators, a passion to change lives, spark curiosity, open hearts, and awaken minds, help students answer the question, who am I? This could be your calling, but this is no job. It's the journey of a lifetime. Be a hero. Be a teacher.
Mental health and learning disorders don't discriminate. 17 million children and adolescents in the United States live with disorders like anxiety, depression, ADHD, and dyslexia. Less than half get the help they need to thrive. Help the Child Mind Institute change these children's lives. Visit childmind.org.
One of the most dominant defenses ever saved its best for last.
McGrogan, the blitz is on. Over the left side he goes.
Those guys, they did look like a bunch of mad dogs in that game. I mean, it looked like they almost were, that they had a contest to see who got to the quarterback.
MVP Richard Dent led a history-making defense that had 7 sacks and allowed just 7 rushing yards. In the third quarter, the Patriots had minus yards.
I'll tell you what, this defense has been incredible. To knock your socks off just to watch it. Total decimation to the AFC champion New England Patriots.
Welcome back to Shawn and Maya in the morning on Sports Zone Chicago. That was it, baby. That was our Bears. Yesterday was the 39th anniversary of the Bears Super Bowl 20, 46-10 victory over the New England Patriots. January 26th, 1986. Whew. 39 years. And that was still the most egregious. And it's funny because Jared was talking about it yesterday too. Because how he's still salty. And you have every right to be. I know Ditka apologized. And you forgave him and everything. But, man, that was cold-blooded. Everybody who got a touchdown in that game except Walter, Leslie Phillips got the pick, Matt Suey, the fridge, all those. It was. Did Dennis get one? Judy, did Dennis get one in that game? Anyway, that was the most lopsided victory to that point. It was the most lopsided victory for a couple of years, I want to say. I think because the Niners had the most lopsided victory the year before, and then we had the most lopsided victory that year. That was a crazy, crazy year. Crazy, crazy game. Shorty says, so that means you're going to the Super Bowl this next season, right? Since we go every 20 years. Yeah, it's about right. This year or next year, this season, 25 or 26, yep. Oh, what are you guys talking nonsense over here? What's this? Jay Grizz, that's right, Armando. We got to get SuperBack a Cubs hat or a T-shirt or something. Chicago Sports Show, not just a White Sox, Blackhawks, Bears, and Sky show, right? For all intents and purposes, it is a Sox, Blackhawks, Bears, and Sky show, and black and fire. And no need for the Cubs shirt, man. I have enough toilet paper, bro. We're good. Thank you. I appreciate it. You talk about the city being lit that season. The Bears had the city lit, and that ticker tape parade was cold. But man, there are people hanging from street lights, from the light posts. You remember that? They could barely move the bus down the street. It was crazy. Sure, says LMFAO, Shawn. That was crazy. The parade a couple of days later. Whew. But keeping it moving, the next top of the morning topic. Bears head coach Ben Johnson is filling out his staff rather nicely. And one of the key additions that we are extremely happy to have, Dennis Allen. Dennis Allen's going to be the new defensive coordinator, and man, are we fired up as Bear fans. All right, Dennis Allen is a veteran defensive play caller, 52. He was a Raiders coach from 2012 to 14. And he was a Saints coach from 2022 until midway through this season. And since 2011, he's either been a coordinator or the head coach. He was Sean Payton's defensive coordinator back in from 2015 to 2021 before replacing him. And as a coordinator, and this is according to Patrick Finley in the Chicago Sun-Times, as a coordinator, he improved the Saints defense from last in the points allowed in 2015 when he took over midseason to fourth in 2021. He runs a base 4-3, so we don't have to worry about a personnel change. So that's good. Apparently, these two have never met. But Allen worked with Dan Campbell in New Orleans, so that's their mutual friend. Like Facebook will have mutual friends. So here's why I really like this hire. The experience for this guy is gonna be very reminiscent of Nagy when Nagy got Vic Fangio. Remember, Vic Fangio was one of the best defensive coordinators at the time. Still is. Shit, look, he's going to the Super Bowl. And to have a guy with that type of experience running the defense is going to alleviate a lot of responsibility and pressure, okay, for Ben Johnson in his first year as a head coach, okay? Not that he can ignore it, but he knows that he's got a guy who's been a head coach and a defensive coordinator, who's been both, who knows how to run, not just run the whole team, but also run a defense. So he can literally say, if he wants to, I don't think he will, but he can say, hey, you take over that. Just let me know on 4th and 1. I'll let you know on 4th and 1, or fake punts or whatever. It's great to have someone with that type of experience on your staff. And that goes to show how smart you are. And I don't know if he really wanted it because he doesn't know him. Okay, but it might have just been, say, hey, listen, here's a good guy for you. Dan Campbell might have said, here's a good defensive coordinator for you if you get it. Coaches are always looking out for each other. Shorty, that's a very good point. Shorty says, love it. Dennis Allen isn't going anywhere either. He's already had his shot to the head coach and failed. He'll be our DC as long as he wants, barring success. Well, hopefully we have some success. But 2 shots at the head coaching gig, and he wasn't very good at it either time. So does that mean that his chances are done? I don't know. This is the Old Boy Network. They recycle head coaches in the NFL like crazy, so you never really know. But put it this way. I anticipate him being here at least 3 years. At least 3 years. So we'll see. Michelle, what do you mean that their scheme's going to be different? You said Bears' defense scheme will be different. I don't know. He runs a base 4-3. It's not going to be a Tampa 2. So we'll see. It might be a little more man. Who knows? Cornita says, hopefully Allen can be Ben Johnson's Spags. Yeah, that would be great. And Ben Johnson be the offensive genius. And Spags running the defense over there on that side of the ball. But Dennis Allen is a guy we're going to talk a little more about as we at the top of the hour. The Bears are also set to sign Declan Doyle. He is the Broncos tight ends coach as their offensive coordinator. Okay, the kid's young, and here's the thing. It's a little weird because he's 28, but he's one of the, I guess he's one of the best young offensive minds coming up. Declan Doyle is the son of Chris Doyle. Is that the? Let me see. Is that the strength coach from Iowa? Really? Let's see. Holy cow. Yes. So thank you very much, Ricky. Ricky Leahy's on it, baby. Declan's dad is former Iowa strength and conditioning coach Chris Doyle. I played for Chris Doyle. My last year at Holy Cross when we got a new regime with Peter Voss. Doyle was a strength and conditioning coach. We came over that year. Wow. That's crazy. So even I'm connected to the Bears now. Yeah. Man, Chris Doyle was making he was the most, I want to say he was making like $750. He was the most or the highest paid strength and conditioning coach in college football. He was making like I think $750,000 at Iowa. This dude was in high demand at conventions, speakers, conventions and coaching clinics. Yeah, Chris Doyle was it. However, one of my former players played for him and said, yeah, some of the racist stuff he used to say. Yeah. King Booker World said he started 23 years, 5 years in. Hey, if you want to get into coaching, get in right away. Just like the young man I was telling you about who went to Iowa for 4 years before he went to West Virginia his last year. He went into coaching right away. He got a trial with the Bucks, where my former college coach Mark Duffner was a linebacker coach there. But now he's at Eastern. He was at Houston for a while. He was at Memphis. So yeah, one of my former players, and he's getting up there now. He's like 28, 29. See if you graduated in 2010, 2011, 2012. It's 18, 13 years. So he's about 31. All right, so he's about 31. One of my former players who's bouncing around the coaching ranks down there. So, yeah. Bishop King Booker World says also Peyton speaks highly of this kid. Sean Payton he's talking about. I can't stand Peyton, but Bishop's a good coach. But he Bishop. Not sure what that means. He's a good coach, yeah. Sean Payton recommends him. So, listen, don't worry about it. He's not calling plays. Here's the thing. The coaching world is extremely incestuous, as you see. I've already connected myself to this guy. Crazy. And then one of my connection, my former players connected to one of my coaches. It's crazy how incestuous the coaching game is. As I said, Declan Doyle, his dad coached me at Holy Cross my final year. He was a strength and conditioning coach there. And then one of my former players went to try out with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, where my college coach for 3 years, the first 3 years at Holy Cross, before Doyle came in. My coach, Mark Duffner, was a linebacker coach there. So extremely incestuous. But what this kid is apparently a very bright and apparently up and coming coach. So what better way than to learn from one of the best offensive minds in the game at a young age? I mean, if this kid stays here for 3 years, first of all, it's a pay bump. He's a tight end coach. Now he's an offensive coordinator, in title only. But what better way than to be an apprentice? Okay? Being an apprentice is huge. Huge. Ask Patrick Mahomes. Ask Aaron Rodgers. Kind of worked out for Jordan Love. Ask Steve Young. Not having to bear the weight and the responsibility of calling an offense while learning from the person who is the offense is going to be huge. And don't worry, he's going to say, hey, I need you to set this up. I want to install this, but I need you to implement it. I need you to, and as the time goes on, it'll probably be similar to an Andy Reid type of thing. If Declan does very well, maybe he'll get to call a game or two, maybe a couple preseason games. Not this year. No, not this year. But in 26 or 27, once he's really got a good command of the offense, he'll say, hey, you know what? I'll give you a couple of preseason games or a couple of games during the season to call just to kind of get his feet wet. But make no mistake about it, Ben Johnson is the dude. Ben Johnson is that dude. He's going to be calling. This is our guy. This is our guy. But to help out a youngster like that and to help him get established in the coaching ranks in the NFL is awesome. That's pretty awesome. That's pretty awesome. Man, next top of the morning topic, Championship Sunday, baby. Game 1. This was a rout. NFC title game, the Philadelphia Eagles destroyed the Washington Commanders 55. Jesus Christ. To 23. Jalen Hurts was 20 of 28 for 246 yards, a touchdown, and a 110.1 quarterback rating. He also had 10 carries for 16 yards and 3 bullshit brotherly shove touchdowns. Saquon Barkley showed his ass again. 15 carries, 118 yards, 3 tutties. First play from the scrimmage for the Eagles when they got the ball because Washington received the ball. First play from scrimmage for the Eagles. Saquon goes 60. Gone. That's what I was saying. Something's crazy about that because Vegas over-under was 125.5. He got 60 on the first one. And then he had another touchdown run for what was his other? I can't believe he only had 118 yards. I can't believe it. But I digress. As I said, Barkley 15 carries, 118 yards, 3 touchdowns. A.J. Brown had 6 catches for 96 yards and a touchdown. What did I do? Oh, silly. Like, what did I do? I did something wrong. Oh, goodness. It's all right. I hate when this happens. Already ready to go, and then I screwed it up. Get it together, Sierra. Get it together, baby. Get it together. There we go. There we go. Now I see what I did. What I did wrong. It was part of me. I hate to do this. Show. I want to get my flyer down. But it was then we go to the AFC. Now the AFC was something else, boy. Let me tell you, the AFC, whew. There's no blowout, but if you follow me on Facebook, and I told you I highly suggest that you do. Follow me on Facebook. All right. I posted. I said they go down when the Chiefs went down to score a touchdown. Or I'm sorry, a field goal. Okay, let me put this up. AFC title game was crazy. All right, the Chiefs. Let me take that picture. There we go. That was a great run, great run by James Cook. For the AFC Championship game, the Chiefs beat the Buffalo Bills 32-29. Patrick Mahomes 18 of 26 for 245 yards and a touchdown with a 111.9 quarterback rating. He also had 11 carries for 43 yards and 2 touchdowns. Hunt had 17 carries, 64 yards, and a touchdown. Stud running back. And Xavier Worthy, 6 catches for 85 yards and a touchdown. All right. Josh Allen, 22 of 34 for 237 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 104.7 rating. He also had 11 carries for 39 yards. James Cook, 13 carries for 85 yards and 2 touchdowns. You see one of the touchdowns there. That was a great job using his hand to keep his balance and then be able to dive over, extend the ball. Gotta love those gloves, man. They're sticky as all get out. 13 carries, 85 yards, 2 touchdowns. Hollins had 3 catches for 73 yards and a touchdown. And, one of the things that I said, let me go back and read it verbatim. I'll take this down so you can see my ugly face. One of the things I said, okay. It says Thomas Brown's joined the New England Patriots. Good for him. There you go. I said yesterday, okay, this is verbatim. I said, okay, Josh Allen, this is what you want as a franchise quarterback. March down for a touchdown to take your team, to take you to the Super Bowl. Okay? Because you don't want to have to worry about, you don't have to worry about going out, kicking a field goal, and taking it overtime. Go down and score a touchdown. Go down and score a touchdown. I know Spags turned up the heat a little bit, but that's what you want. To borrow the old Ric Flair saying, to be the man, you got to beat the man. And that's the man. That's the man. Patrick Mahomes, you had your opportunity yesterday. You and Joe Brady, all right, kind of shit the bed. So it's frustrating. A good friend of mine, Marcus Sullivan, played for the Buffalo Bills when he was for 7 seasons. Went to Illinois. It was frustrating. He said Josh Allen is a more athletic Dan Marino. Never going to win anything. Frustrating because that's his team. He goes up to Buffalo Orchard Park all the time for games during the year. They had to kill him to watch that game yesterday. But there were a couple of plays. Even the last play, wide receiver could have caught it and didn't. Oh, I don't know how he missed it. That would have put him in field goal range minimum, tie the game. But they had plenty of time after that. It was a minute and something, 18 seconds left, maybe even a little more. If he would have caught that, then they were at it's like the 35 or something. Then they would have been able to try and get a touchdown. And what better way? See, he came into your house last year, Josh, and beat you. What better way to put an end to that than to go into his house this year and win and beat him in the AFC title game? I don't know if they were accounting for the pressure that Spags was going to bring, because he brought some. But man, they were. I knew they weren't going to let Josh Allen sit back there and pick him apart. That's for sure. So here it is. Super Bowl, 2 weeks from yesterday, Sunday, February 9th. You know, we forgot, Steve, forgot the time. Forgot to put the time on there. Sunday, Super Bowl 59 is set. Chiefs, Eagles, Sunday, February 9th, the Superdome in New Orleans. Kickoff is at 5:30 Central. You can catch that game on Fox 32 or listen to it on the flagship station, 6:70 a.m. Actually, not flagship station. This Westwood 1 is 6:70, and they have all the NFL playoff games. So 6:70 a.m. is where you'll be able to hear it on the radio if you're driving, or if you got to listen to the Odyssey app or whatever. You can't watch the game for whatever reason. So it's going to be one humdinger. I think the biggest, and we'll talk about it. There's one big difference this year than 2 years ago, and that is a huge difference. We're going to talk about that difference. We're going to talk about the difference, the one huge factor this year. It wasn't there 2 years ago. We'll talk about that on the other side of the break. So keep it locked right here, folks. Shawn and Maya in the morning on Sports Zone Chicago. Hey, it's your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra, and be sure to follow Sports Zone Chicago on all social media platforms, on Facebook, Instagram, and our Roku channel. You can find us at Sports Zone Chicago, and on Twitter, we are at Sports Zone Shy. Also, be sure to download our mobile app so you can take Sports Zone Chicago with you on the go.
Time out. How are you feeling right now? Happy? Excited? Angry? Overwhelmed? One of the best things you can do for your mind health is to name what you're feeling. It can sharpen your awareness and help you talk about your feelings with someone you trust. Here are 3 questions to ask yourself. Where are your thoughts right now? In the past, the present, the future? Do you notice any sensations in your body? Is your heart beating fast? Is there a flutter in your stomach? Or are you fully relaxed? What do you need right now? Time with others? Time to yourself? Remember, there's power in this awareness. So find ways to identify what you're feeling today.
Hi, guys. Hey. Hi, Megan. Hey, Jessica. Megan, you're a tramp. Ryan Fitch told me you guys made out. Everybody knows. He said your breath smells like garbage. And he almost puked. He says you're the most desperate girl he knows, besides your mom. How many boyfriends does she have anyway? Lots? Your makeup makes you look like a clown. That zit is huge, zit face.
Hey, bud, what you doing?
I'm playing with cars.
Cars? Can you show me what a car does? Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold on a second. First of all, this is a school zone. So you need to put down your cell phone, stop texting, and let's get to driving. Now you're coming up to a stop sign, right? You need to slow down and stop before you hit that Y line. I want you to look left, right, left. You don't want to get hit by a car going on your left, and to your right to make sure you don't get sideswiped by a guy coming from your right. You're coming, and you see a crosswalk. You better slow your horses down, because the #1 rule of driving is always yield to pedestrians. Now stop, pull over, and you are done driving. Gosh, what do they teach you kids in school nowadays?
Third and 6.
Daniels pumps, goes in the flat as a man wide open, low throw, and then Zacchaeus with a great effort to go forward again. Four-man rush. Daniels goes far side, has a completion. It's Eckler. He's going to be short. Another fourth down. Here's Barkley, a little shovel, looking for an edge, gets it. Saquon Barkley, first down. Barkley, oh! Saquon, touchdown.
A lot more plays here. They can just run some basic execution.
De'Ami Brown with his speed on the cross. Brown runs into DeJean. Ball is out. Eagles recover. The ground. Hurts gives to Barkley. Barkley, touchdown, number 2.
Welcome back to Shawn and I in the morning on Sports on Chicago. Those comes courtesy of Fox. NFC Championship game yesterday, and I was so pissed. So pissed. So I had, So we had strip cards at the bar. And that Barkley run where he bounced it out, I needed a field goal. I needed a field goal, not a touchdown. I was like, son of a biscuit. I'd have won $100. There were two of them. Remember when they missed the extra point, the 2-point conversion? And it was at the end of the third, I want to say. They missed a 2-point conversion. Had they got the 2-point conversion, I would have won that. I would have won that quarter as well. I would have won $200. Instead, my guy Clay, who's there with his son, he won the second and third quarter, and his son won the fourth quarter. I'm like, oh, Jesus. Man, I was mad as a mother Hubbard, man. I'll tell you. I was like $40. Oh, my goodness. Oh, lovely, lovely, lovely. What happened? Where did that go? It's just so here. Patty Larry checking in. Good morning, hon. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. Just happy House Music Monday to all. Yes, Jeremiah in the house. What's up? But Shawn, when Shawn says I've never been a fan of the Tampa 2 defense, I'm okay with it if it's played correctly. If it's played correctly. Now, when I ran a lot of cover 2, I kind of mixed it up when I cover 2, cover 3. So I didn't have enough great athletes to go man a lot. I did. I went man some, but very little. Cover 2, cover 3. If you teach it right and you got the front 4, man, that Tampa 2's a son of a gun. Man, we saw it with the Bucks. All right, we saw it with the Colts. We saw it with the Bears in 06. We saw it how great it's tough. It can be a great defense if you have your front 4. We had Tommy Harris. He fucked up a lot of things. He was very disruptive back in the day. Tommy Harris was that dude. But you got the corners have to know how to play. They have to know how to cover that soft spot. Don't worry about the flat. All right, you could sink to decrease that soft spot in the cover 2, okay, and then rally up on if they decide to attack the flat. But the most important thing is your ability to create turnovers, and that's what it was. Doesn't matter what defense you're in, you just have to teach the fundamentals of creating turnovers. And you saw, I forgot what it was it the national championship game? And there was some yesterday where you saw people employing the peanut punch. Peanut punch is huge. I think Peanut should go in the Hall of Fame just for that. Foster Cover says, I'm glad Poles listened to me when I was interviewing for head coach. He told him to get Johnson and Allen. I also told Paul he should sign Trey Smith. Oh, that's in your interview? Okay. How long did your interview last? A couple of 3 hours with you? Jay Grizz says, I can believe it. The Eagles O-line might be the greatest I've ever seen since the Cowboys back in the one was no joke. No joke. It's bad when you have the NFL's all-time leading rusher, and he might not be in your top 5 running backs of all time. That goes to show you what kind of line they had. He might not even be in the top 5 running backs of all time. That's crazy. But you get those guys. You got some of those guys with the haul. That's what we were talking about. I digress. I don't want to go there. Eagles' backup offensive line would probably be productive Bear starters. Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. I firmly believe once Caleb gets this, it'll be Mahomes, Williams, Super Bowl every year. Yeah. Yeah, so this year's going to be a big difference. You got it, Junior. Saquon Barkley is the factor. Saquon Barkley is the reason, is a big factor this time around for Philadelphia. Huge factor. Huge factor. And this dude is special. 37.75, 3 years, $37.75 million. Nice piece of change for Saquon. Him and Derrick Henry redefined that position, showed how important it is. How important that running back position is in football. And the running back had kind of lost its way, the running back position. But thanks to Saquon, Derrick Henry, Josh Jacobs, the Packers, hell, even Jones, the dude from Aaron Jones, guy from Green Bay, when they got Josh Jacobs, he went to Minnesota. And look at Detroit. The running back position is becoming more valued. It's becoming more valuable again. Because remember back in the 90s, it was a running back league. I mean, everyone had to get a running back. Jay Grizz says, love seeing Michael Irvin crash out over the Cowgirls hiring the new head coach in Eberflus as a DC. I agree. That Jerry Jones doesn't know what the hell he's doing. 30 years. 30 years since the Cowboys have been to an NFC championship game. The longest drought in the NFC. The longest drought. It's crazy. It might be time to sit Jerry down. Hey, he owns it, man. It's his money. That's the crazy part. He's going to give it to his kids. And is Steven going to be any better? I don't know. Because how much is Steven going to be influenced by Jerry? Why I want the Bears to bring back a modern version of the T formation. Yeah, I think Ben's going to do a good job. I don't want the T formation, a modern version of it. It's going to be. It'll be. It's still a passing league, so you got to have these guys come out of the backfield, and you'd rather have them wide split out to begin with. Plus, if you have them in the backfield, you have more people in the box immediately. All right, you can bring more people. Okay, safety's gonna have to roll up, and and it can be done, but you just get more people, more congestion in the box. Jay Grizz says, Superback, do you think McCaskey finally said, let me move to the side and let the football people run our franchise now? I don't know. And the reason being is that Ryan Poles, according to reports, wanted to fire Matt Eberflus after last season, but they wouldn't let him. Who wouldn't let him? That's your job, to hire and fire coaches. I don't think it was Kevin Warren. He had just got here. So had to go up the tree. I don't know, man. But they need to do that. That's exactly what they need. King Booker says, I have a weird feeling Ben Johnson is going to unlock this running back room, and you heard it here first. Ian Wheeler is going to be the bell cow for this team. Okay. From Southern Liberty or something like that, Ian Wheeler. How big is Ian Wheeler? Because give me a running back who's give me a running back who's 5'11", 6 feet. Here we go. Yeah, just came across the board. Eberflus is expected to be named defensive coordinator for the Cowboys. Oh, he went to Howard, Ian Wheeler. Okay. Give me his height. Okay, Ian Wheeler, 6 feet, 195. Okay. It's not bad. It's a good sign. That's a good sign. A good height. Steve says you can run wing T concepts from almost any formation except empty buck. Don't work with an empty formation. So like Steve used to coach that type of offense. Yeah, Ian Wheeler's good. Oh, he's 5'11", 205. Okay, I was looking at this is it has him at 6 feet, 5'11", 6 feet, 192. 5'11", 205. That's what I played in my senior year. 5'11", 205. I played at 195 my junior year at Holy Cross. 195, 197. So what's funny is that so I round up. I don't know if I ever told you the story. When every year they'd come to we have a little combine at Holy Cross, and we would, 40 vert, 3 the shuttle, broad jump, bench, all this, everything. All right, we'd have it at Holy Cross. Height, weight, your measurables. So after my freshman year, I went, and they told you to stand up against the wall, put your feet out, kind of like a V, like a duck, a V. Couldn't be straight, it had to be a V. Okay, heels together. And it measured me at 5'10", 7/8. It's like, shit. I'm like, damn it. I'm an eighth of an inch. An eighth of an inch. 5'11", 205 sounds so much better than 5'10". I said, okay. So after my sophomore year, they did the same thing. So I was stand straight up a little bit, extend my neck a little bit, have my feet that way. And dude came and just hit me on the top of the head, measured me 5'10" and 7/8. I'm like, mother fudge cracker. So my junior year, I'm like, no, I got you this time, dude. I got you. So I got up on my toes a little bit, literally just a little bit, just a little bit on your toes and stretch. So if you hit me, boom, I'd be fine. The dude hit me on his head, 5'10", 7/8. I'm like, you son of a biscuit. And senior year, I'm like, there's no way around it. The guy measured me. He's like 5'10". I said 5'10" and 7/8. He's like 7/8. How'd you know? I'm like, yeah. Feel like that the last 3 years. I get it. But I just round up to 5'11". And maybe, you know what? Maybe Ian Wheeler has been in the weight room. Because a lot of times they'll use the weight from your college program. And, you move up a level, you want to put a little more mass on you, a little more meat on you. So 5'11", 205, 5'11", 210 is a good size. He was, and he's got a lot of speed too. Shorty, he does. Terry said agreed. Ian Worker has so much potential speed. He's got a lot of speed. And let me tell you something. The thing about running backs is that you just got to get them lathered up. You just have to make them feel comfortable, because a lot of times running backs don't get enough consistent carries. Okay? You have to adjust to the speed first and foremost. You got to. But if you played in the Big Ten or the South SEC, Pac-12 or the Big 12, even ACC, you have a better idea of the speed. You can adjust. The speed it's definitely faster, but you need to you still need to adjust. But the adjustment isn't that great. When you go to a smaller school, 1AA school or Ivy League school, what's 1AA, or 2 or 3, the speed is what gets you. But if you're a good running back, you can adjust, and you have to understand, and you will understand. Which is why, like, I was so frustrated, and to this day, I still, whenever I hear the words Rashaan Salam, it irks me. God rest his soul. It irks me because he's the reason I got blocked from getting a tryout with the Bears. I told you that story. But I would have been ready. I would have had to get, I just would have needed consistent carries. All right, there was a guy, Keith Sutz. He played at Princeton a year after I came out, and he stayed with the Giants. I want to say he was with the Giants. He was with them for a year or two. But you just got to get in rhythm. You got to be you got to understand your blocking. And here's where film matters. People don't understand how important it is if you're a running back to watch film. You don't understand how important it is to understand to know your linemen, to know who's blocking for you. More importantly, who's on the other side. You have to know. And one of the things that made good running backs great is you had to know the strengths and weaknesses, not of yourself, because you did, but more importantly, of your linemen. You had to understand the strengths and weaknesses of your linemen, and going over the scouting report, who you're playing that particular week. Is this guy going to give us trouble? Is their nose guard going to give us trouble? The 3 tech going to give us trouble? Who's going to give us trouble? And can we neutralize him with the double team? So football is very, very complex. Because not only do you have to know your strengths and weaknesses, but you have to know, especially my position, the strengths and weaknesses of your linemen and the scouting report of who you're playing. And a lot of times running backs don't do that. They get the ball and they run. You can see guys who were great running backs in high school and go to college, and sometimes they have issues. Because it's about pass pro. It's about learning, all right, this guy's going to be, I might be looking for the cutback a little sooner because of the fact that this nose guard's a stud. Going to be a first-round pick. My center might have some problems with him. Excuse me. So, well, I kind of got off schedule there, or off topic. One of the things that I was talking about was Saquon Barkley. And the thing about Saquon Barkley is he's able to understand. You see, well, one, he's unbelievably athletic. His quickness, his explosion. I mean, we saw that, at Penn State in that Oklahoma drill where there's 2 linemen. He goes up, lineman gets him. He jumps to the right and then jumps back, jumps to the left, and goes around the whole mess, the whole fray, and kind of jumps in the air at the end because he's happy. His lateral movement and quickness and explosion of getting in out of cuts is amazing. Then he's got the home run speed. Philly is going to need to rely on him. Kansas City's going to have to stop him. Kansas City has a good defensive front. Very good defensive front. Philly has a phenomenal offensive line. A phenomenal offensive line. That, my peoples, is going to be, whew. It is, I'm telling you, it's going to be one of those games where I'm strength on strength on strength. Okay, you got the strength of Philly, the run game. You got the strength of Eagles, their defense. Jones, who was number 90, had a couple of big plays yesterday. There was some really good interior play yesterday. It was fun to see. It was fun to watch. I'll tell you what, Spags better have them boys ready because the Saquon factor could be the issue, could be the difference. Right, could be the difference. Big time. I love Saquon. Love Saquon. Can he be the missing piece? We're going to find out. We're going to find out. Because I think he gets the dimension because of his home run speed. He has that. He has that ability. That's going to be one hell of a matchup. So I have a question for you guys. Who do you think needs this game more? You think Patrick Mahomes needs this game more? Or do you think Jalen Hurts needs this game more? We'll talk about that in a second. Jay Grizz asked a question. He says, in my opinion, I don't think Roshan fits Ben Johnson's system. What do you say, Superback? No, I don't think he does. I don't like the way he runs. He's always looking for contact. You break into the open, you get to the second level. Don't look for contact. Look for daylight. Run. I agree with you, Cornelius. If they shut down Barkley, I don't think Hurts can breath him. You think he may beat him? He's next to the R on the keyboard. I don't think they can beat him. Yeah. You think Jalen Hurts needs him more? I do too. He's been the one. He's gotten his team there. Now you got to get over the hump. It doesn't matter if you're the reason they win. It doesn't matter if you're the Super Bowl MVP. You just have to lead your team to victory. I don't care if you turn around and handle Saquon 30 times and he gets the MVP. You're going to go down as the one who got it done. Okay? One of the things that I think Xavier Worthy showed a lot of flash yesterday. Flash of speed, too. Whew. One of the guys I was surprised, and this is what has me a little leery. Travis Kelce didn't have a good game yesterday. He was targeted 7 times, 3. He had 3 catches. Watch for him to have a much bigger role. A much more productive afternoon, evening in 2 weeks. That's right, Jay Grizz. You're out there in Philly. He says Philly fans and sports media are very finicky when it comes to their quote-unquote superstars when they don't win the big one. Yeah, I bet. Man, they're probably all over them and shit. I know Philly fans are worse. Right. Philly fans are something else, boy. City of brotherly love, nah, no way. Not Philly fans. Foster cover says, why was Xavier in a past Super Bowl champions commercial with the Chief players who won it? Fixes in. Was it actually? I mean, because he's new, he was there, one of the top draft picks. So you want to include the rookie, apparently. But I saw that too, and is it the bar? Like I said, once the commercials went on, the volume went down, the music went up, so I couldn't hear the actual commercials. Jay Grizz said they were ready to get rid of Hurts after that fumble in their last Super Bowl. Man. Ooh. Wow. I don't think. See, if Jalen Hurts wins it, here's the issues that I have. If Jalen Hurts wins it, first of all, Jalen Hurts is not a generational quarterback. Okay. He will have won it because of the team around him. Offensive line, amazing. Defense, and Vic Fangio, amazing. This year, running back, amazing. Don't get me wrong, he got Devontae Smith, he's got A.J. Brown. I get it. But you're not winning because of Jalen Hurts. Right? I know he squats 600 pounds, for the brotherly shove and all that stuff. But he still goes down as a Super Bowl winning quarterback. End of story. I think it's gonna show that you don't need to be a generational quarterback to win. You just need a really good team around your quarterback who can play at a high level. And Jalen Hurts can play at a high level. But now he's got some help. In the offseason, Jalen Hurts was like, "Hooty-hoo! Hooty-hoo!" Saquon came running. Literally and figuratively. Hooty-hoo! Hooty-hoo! Saquon came running, boy. And this is going to be so I don't know, what do you do with Philly if you're Philly and you lose? If you lose the second time to this guy, how do you get focused again for 2025? Knowing at the end of your run, doesn't matter what kind of year you have, you're probably going to end up facing Mahomes again. And at that point, the psychological advantage that they'll have is going to be huge. Could be the deciding factor. If you go back again, if somehow you get back there again, because the Bears are going to be a problem. Some other NFC teams are going to be a problem. So if you get back there again, are you ready going to be beat? Are you ready going to be beat mentally? I don't know. And that's huge. I don't want them to win. Junior says, Mahomes is going to win the Super Bowl. I don't want him to win. I don't know why I'm against it. I had Michael all those years. I had Michael Jordan to root for, and I wanted him to win it every year. I wanted that dynasty. Maybe it's because of all this, the circus, all the extracurricular. Okay, you got the refs helping them. Okay, we had that with Mike. Then you got the Taylor Swift thing. That annoys me to no end. That annoys me to no end. The NFL is trying to get more of their younger fans involved. All right, so now the Swifties are watching. I just can't stand. And again, maybe this is how the New York Knicks felt. Okay, when Charles Smith, blocked by Scotty, blocked by Horace, blocked by Michael, couldn't get, and it was no foul calls. Maybe that's how they felt. I just don't like the way that the refs played an integral part in the victories of the Chiefs. Now, some of them, man, they shot themselves in the foot yesterday. All right? Some of them, the Bills, face mask. You're making a tackle and you face mask the guy? Come on now. Cornelius Squall says, I want Mahomes to win so he can bring down Tom Brady legend a little bit. Really? Why don't you like, what's wrong with Tom? Don't get me wrong, I don't like him as a broadcaster. He's so robotic. He doesn't seem natural. And that's what bugs me. Because Tony Romo's a much better color commentator. Greg Olsen, much better color commentator. Much better. Tom Brady's special rules for Tom Brady. Remember I told you? Special rules for different people. He's one of those people that gets special rules. Which is why he's going to keep his analyst gig and be the minority owner of the Las Vegas Raiders. Only Tom can do that. Shorty says, Taylor Swift has become Yoko Ono. I wonder if Patrick Mahomes and his wife like her. What's the thought? What's the thought? I wonder if they ever hang out. Like, what do you do? Because I don't think Kelsey has any kids. And Taylor's on the road a lot. Does Patrick have any kids? Do you guys know if Patrick Mahomes has any kids? I want to say he's got a daughter. I could be wrong. Let's see. Patrick Mahomes kids. Yeah, they got 2. Okay. Yep, Cornelius. Yep. Gordon Ray and Patrick Levon. Oh, so they got 3 now. Got 3 kids. Gordon Ray, Patrick Levon, and Sterling Sky. Those are the 3. This is a good call, King Booker World says. Not just the calls they get, it's also ones that they don't get called on them. They false start more than any team in the NFL and don't get called for. Yeah, I saw that. The tackle kicks back or jumps back, or offensive lineman jumps off sides. False start a lot and it doesn't get called. Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah. It's just blatant. It's blatant and it's frustrating. Yeah. So getting back to the Bears. One of the things here's a new coaching staff so far. All right, head coach Ben Johnson. The assistant head coach, who's also the wide receiver coach, is now Antoine Randall L., Chicagoland's own. It's a Thornton, one of the Thorntons. Thornton Ridge. Played for the Steelers for 8 years. Is the wide receiver coach. Remember, he went to the University of Indiana. And he was Mr. Do Everything at Indiana. Offensive coordinator Declan Doyle. Remember, young cat is just cutting his teeth trying to get into the biz, into the NFL coaching world. The defensive coordinator is Dennis Allen, which I think is a phenomenal pick. Phenomenal pick. Okay, former head coach, former defensive coordinator. I think that's a good one. DB coach is the pass game coordinator, Al Harris. Is also going to be on staff. And then special teams coordinator is going to remain Richard Hightower. He's keeping his gig. Maybe that fake punt to DJ up by, who was it? Can't think of who the DB was who caught it and took it to the house. Everyone thought it was going to DJ. That was crazy. Thornton, Tiffany Haynard. Who's that? Tiffany Haynard. Are you saying that Antoine Randall went to Thornton? But I like this. The staff is coming along rather nicely. There's a lot of talk about David Shaw possibly being the OC. I don't know what happened there and why that fell through, but that would have been a good mind too. But I'm okay because, again, Ben Johnson's calling the plays. It's that simple. He's the man. He's installing it. It's his offense. It's not a variation of someone else's offense. It's his own offense. So he designed it. And since he's our head coach, he's not going anywhere. And that's going to be fun for us. Caleb. Expect Caleb to have a much better year next year. For 26, you might see him just go ham. Or he's got to learn another new offense, 3 offenses in 2 years, and 3 offenses in 3 years. That's tough. Because now you're starting to get into 6 years and 8 coordinators, like in a Cutler era. All right, you want to hope that this guy, and it is, because Bobby, I'm thinking OG Bobby Johnson. Ben Johnson is here. He's running the offense. He's calling plays. That dynamic is not going to change. That dynamic, the Caleb and Ben Johnson dynamic, is not going to change. That's his new head coach. They're going to get successful together. It's not going to happen in 1 year. There'll be some flashes, but year 2 is when you start to see a whole bunch of other stuff. Roma Dunze is going to be a year wiser. DJ Moore is another year stronger veteran. Hopefully the offensive line is upgraded. So I'm saying, and I'm not discarding the 2025 season at all. All I'm saying is 2026 is going to be off the chain. 2026 health. 2026 is going to be legit. Health withstanding is what I meant to say. Oh, yeah, Junior. Junior said, you're talking about Thornton. They have the corrupt mayor. Yeah, And remember, here's one of the things. What do you say? This one, let's see. Let's check this one out.
This offense will be calibrated with him in mind. We're going to build this thing. This is not simply a dropping of a previous playbook down on the table and starting there. Nope. We're ripping this thing down to the studs, and we're going to build it up with him first and foremost, and then with the pieces around him next. I really look forward to challenging him and pushing him, as I said before, to continue to grow and develop. Yeah, I think offensive line is certainly an area that we need to get better play from going forward, something that Ryan and I have already talked about. We will develop a plan of attack for how to get that done, but I'm looking forward to getting an excellent offensive line coach into the building to help develop the young talent that we already have on the roster.
And in one of the clips that we had, he talks about, I'm looking forward to helping Ryan in the drafts, and paraphrase. So in other words, Ben's like, homie, I'm gonna tell you who I want. I'm gonna tell you who I want, who I need. I need you to get it done. What it sounds like to me. And you know what? Here's the thing that you have to understand. When you're new, people go above and beyond for you. Now's the time to ask for it. Foster says, do the Bears make any big moves? Do the Bears make big moves in free agency? I don't know about big moves. Significant moves. I think they're going to get, who's the Trey Smith? Trey Smith, I think, is one guy that they can go after in free agency, and that'd be dope. The right guard. All right, you get a right guard. That's one less guard you got to draft. One more guard you got to pay. One less you got to draft. Interesting. There were Jay Grizz says, at first the Jordan rules were to hammer MJ anytime he drove in the middle of the lane by the Detroit Bad Boys. Remember the rules changed after they won that first title in LA versus LA. Yeah. Trying to look for something back in there. Booker says that was the line that made me happy. Yes. Tutu Atwell might not be a bad receiver. Yeah. But you still got to see what he can do, what our guy Tyler Scott can do, because Tyler Scott has been MIA. Is this 2 years now? Sure, you got to show up. Or you going on a practice squad or just cut. Jay Grizz, from your lips to God's ears. From your keyboard to God's ears. Says, dare I say, maybe Micah Parsons saw how bad Eberflus was as the Bears DC, plus the fact he wants to get paid and want out of Dallas and come play for the Bears. We got him. Oh, my God. How many first-round picks are you giving up, though? I don't think that Jerry's that naive or incompetent to trade Micah Parsons. That's your best player. But then again, stranger things have happened. Khalil Mack has been traded a few times. From the Chargers to the Bears to the Raiders. From the Raiders to the Bears to the Chargers. That's what it is. 3 different jerseys. He was dominant. Yes, Mac is a free agent. There were some articles about should we go sign him. I was like, no. He still lost a step. He's 32, 33. No, I think he's 35. I think close to 35. Josh Palmer for wide receiver 3. Okay. I want a guy who's most comfortable being a slot. I want a guy who loves to run that, to line up in a slot. That's his sweet spot. Like, you know who I thought was really good? Was it what team did he play for? Was it Denver? Was it McConkey? Yeah, Ladd McConkey. The Chargers slot. That dude is nice. Ladd McConkey, the kid from Georgia. What are you talking about? I'd rather be signed the other Sweat somehow. What? Which one? DeAndre's? Oh, Sweat. You mean? I'm not sure who. What do you mean the other Sweat? Which other Sweat? I mean, we got Montez, but I'm not sure what you're talking about, Foster. But give me the offensive line, man. Listen, if you can get a good, if you give me a good guard in the offseason, oh, Josh Sweat. Okay. If you give me a good guard in the offseason, I would say I would come off my stance and give me an offensive tackle at 10. If you get Trey Smith, I'll say, okay, I'll take the next 2 picks, 2 second-round picks, give me offensive linemen. Because a lot of the people might be gone. Abdul Carter might be the number 1 pick overall. Let's see something. Abdul Carter, Mason Graham, Shedeur Sanders, Travis, what was Travis' name? I can't even think of his name. From Colorado, Travis. Why can't I think of Travis's name? The Heisman Trophy winner. Travis Hunter. Thank you, Jay Chris. That's 4. We're at 10. Who's that kid from LSU that everybody wants? Williams, is it? I'm old. Jay Grizz, don't get old, bro. Don't get old. The offensive lineman from LSU. Will Campbell. There you go. One, two, three, four, five. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's only 5. Will Campbell, let's see, offensive line. '25 draft. Here we go. CBS Sports usually has a good one. So there are a couple of tackles. Will Johnson, cornerback. That's right. Abdul Carter. Oh, shit. Forgot. Cam Ward. Kelvin Banks. There you go. He's the offensive tackle for Texas. Somebody's going to want to take Ashton Gianti. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's still only 8. Are you looking at James Pierce? Because like where, except for those two old tackles, Will Campbell, Kelvin Banks, there's none. Edge, James Pierce, Tennessee. Josh Simmons from Ohio State. It's down. He's 17th ranked offensive lineman. Armand Membu from Mizzou, 6'3", 325. Emory Jones from LSU is another guy. 6'6", 315. Josh Connerly Jr. He's only 6'4", though, 315. That's more of a guardish. He's a tackle coming out, but Ariante Ezri from Minnesota, 6'6", 330. I'm sorry, not 3'6", 330. So if you don't think any one of those offensive linemen are good, or if you got a guy and they're both gone, or they're gone, whoever your top 3 picks are, do you trade back? I say yeah. Or if you see an edge you want. Again, that's if you get a guard. Give me a solid guard. Give me Trey Smith. Then I say, okay, cool. I don't mind if we go edge rusher with the first pick. I don't care. There's plenty of good edge rushers. Plenty. There's a kid from Tennessee that I was just talking about. James Pierce Jr., 6'5", 245. Mason Grahams, he's a 3-tech, but man, he'll be gone. So Foster says, Shawn, that's why if one of those guys isn't there, the OT or the DE, I trade back. I wouldn't even mind that now. Now that I'm looking at all the names, I wouldn't mind that. But the one thing, here's the thing. I'd love to see the draft board. That's the thing. Is your second or third offensive tackle more valuable than the first? Well, I shouldn't say that. Your second or third edge rusher. That's what you got to figure out. Because, again, it's easy to say, well, Campbell will be gone. Kelvin Banks is probably gone. So is Josh Simmons or Armand Membu or Emory Jones, one of those guys. Are those guys worth or more valuable than, let's see, Abdul Carter will be gone. James Pierce, who might be there. Mikael Williams from Georgia, who might be there. Nick Skirton from Texas A&M, who might be there. Princely Umaniemelium from Mississippi. Is that offensive line more valuable to you than those guys? Again, the Armand Membu, the Emory Jones, they're more valuable than those 3 or 4 edges. I mean, if you get a guy and say, hey, this is Caleb's, this is your boy, this is your new boy, your new best friend. The hell with Roman Doomsday, this is your new best friend. It's going to be interesting. Oh, someone said, you know what, and I don't mind. I know I missed it in the comments. Someone said they had a mock. Was it King Book of World? No. Who was it said they had a mock? Secrets. Shit, I went too far. If you have a mock, listen, send it to me. Hey, do me a favor. Request me as a friend on Facebook. You can send it to me Messenger. Who said they had a mock? I'm trying to see. I went back to check it out. I should have. Said it when I saw it, but I didn't. Who had the mock, you guys said? Oh, goodness. I can't seem to find it. So whoever said they had a mock, let me know. Please come back and say that was me. Because I didn't I should have mentioned it right away and said, yeah, send it to me. Shish kebab. You know, now that I'm trying to find it, I won't be able to. I saw it earlier. Damn, I'm near the top again. It's going to be different. Yeah, so if you have a mock, listen, make sure that you request me as a friend on Facebook. You send it through Messenger. Remember, Cornelius, was it you, Cornelius? You sent me the mock that you had. And that's cool. And we can go through them. I'll probably start making a mock draft soon. I didn't like those to begin with, and then I got into it. I'm like, okay, I think I like them. I think I like them. Oh, Black Diamond. Okay, Black Diamond said he had a mock, huh? Black Diamond, if you're still here, let me know, Papa. Yeah, he hasn't checked it in a minute. He might have to do something. Okay. Yeah, Black Diamond, if you're still here, you know, sometimes life gets in the way. I know we got to hop off and shit. Black Diamond, if you have the mock, if anyone else has a mock, send it to me. Again, make sure we're friends on Facebook, and you can just send it over via Messenger. Yeah, I don't see it. Just trying to find it, but that's all right. That's all right. That's all right. Well, listen, guys, 2 hours is come and gone. Great show. I love talking to you guys. Love talking to possibilities. But listen, I got to bounce. I got to go pick up the warden. Guys, have a phenomenal day. It's going to be warmer here in Chicago, right around freezing. Get your car washed. Okay, I will see you guys on Wednesday. All right, on 12:15, Second City Sports. And this will replay today at 6. So for everyone here at Sports Zone Chicago, Shawn, Sierra, have a phenomenal day. Let your loved ones know you love them. All right, see you on Wednesday. We out.